Hi everyone. We're going to be talking about my breastfeeding journey today. I'm really excited because I'm always excited to make videos about breastfeeding, honestly. But I've made like 4 or 5 breastfeeding journey videos and they all kind of seem rainbowy, and today I am not going to stop. I am going to keep recording it. I am going to finish it. So I'm Mia, this is Milani. She's 1 and her birthday was like a couple weeks ago. I had a really hard breastfeeding story. It was difficult. I took a breastfeeding class and the lactation consultant told us hey, if you're when you get 26 weeks, you need to be wearing, if you have flat nipples, you need to be wearing nipple shells. And I took my breastfeeding class when I was in my first trimester. I was so excited about being pregnant. So I had to wear nipple shells because I had flat nipples, and I was the first couple of days I was oh yeah, we're getting it going, and then after that I was oh my god, after the first week I'm so tired of wearing these nipple shells. When it was getting close to due date, I actually was collecting milk in the nipple shells, and my lactation consultant was you could take that milk and put it in baggies for the day and then freeze them, and then she can take a bath with that when she gets older, put it in some bath water. And I was no, I didn't know I could do that. Anyways, so I was wearing the shells until I gave birth, and then even after I gave birth I was wearing those shells for about a month afterwards. When this little nugget came into the world, we did the first latch, and the first latch was terrible. The nurses at the hospital did not know what to do with my breasts because my breasts are large. They're very, very big. Mama's got some big kahunas. Some milk. Okay. She wants milk. Gotta get comfy. All right, so I was I'm a size F. I actually had a reduction done because my breasts were just way too big, and they're back big again. So I'm actually happy I got the surgery because I'm wondering what would my breasts be if I didn't get the surgery. But after I gave birth, the first latch came and it was just terrible. It was so bad, and I just kept pushing through because I really wanted to breastfeed my daughter. I spent so much time researching, so much time with the class, wearing the shells. I was going to breastfeed. And when I met my lactation consultant, she gave me very specific instructions. After I feed the baby, I need to pump both sides of my breast for about 10 minutes on each or 20 minutes on each, whatever I could stand. And I did that the first day. I was yeah, I can do this. And when you started doing that more and more and more, it was really taking a toll on me because my milk wasn't really coming in strong. But I had to do that a lot because we had to get my milk coming through. My lactation consultant was kind of worried that because of my flat nipples, maybe my milk would not come through in the time frame that other mothers, all I was making was colostrum. And for the first, I was in the hospital for 3 days. The first 2 days it was just colostrum. The last day, right before I left, my milk came in. So everyone was really happy that my milk came in. That was that. Now let's go back a little bit more to the second day. So the second day I was at the hospital was the worst day of my life. I was sleep deprived, and now looking back on it, I realized that I had anxiety, terrible anxiety. I couldn't sleep. I was afraid that my baby was gonna stop breathing. I had separation anxiety really bad because she was not with me anymore. I couldn't, I wasn't with her. And when I heard her cry, it would make me very, very, very uneasy. I was not comfortable with her crying. I'm still not comfortable with her crying to this day. And I realized I was hurting bad. And I kind of just was like, you know, this is how moms are. You know, moms are supposed to feel this. And then now looking back upon it, I'm like, no, moms were not supposed to feel what I was going through. I should have asked for help. So anyways, now we're at home. I've been feeding the baby. It's hurting like crazy. So I just go out to see my lactation consultant. I was moving a lot after I gave birth. So I went to go, and my daughter also had jaundice. So like the day after I gave birth, I had to go back up to the hospital and walk all around and, you know, take care of her, make sure she was good. Yeah, milk. So, we had to actually get help with her latch because we were just not, it wasn't working. She latched, the side she's drinking on right now, she latched, she was good after the first 2 weeks. But this side right here, my nipple was still extremely flat. So my lactation consultant had to give me nipple shields or nipple guards. I can't remember what the name was at this moment. And I was pretty sad. Because after feeding her for like 2 weeks, I was like, isn't this supposed to get easier? You guys told me the first 2 weeks of my life is going to be hell. And after this, it's supposed to go way more smoother. And it wasn't going smoother. I was still having complications. I was still not sleeping. I was still, you know, really struggling. Like, I mean, really struggling. So the lactation consultant was like, you know, for some moms, you know, you have this thing going on and it's going to take a little bit more time, you know, just be patient. You know, it's going to happen. You're going to get it. So I said, okay. So I used the nipple guards and nipple shields. I still was not getting enough sleep. My daughter was not eating on a 2-hour schedule. She was eating on like every 30 minutes. And then I was pumping. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm not getting any sleep. So I'm going to be completely honest. I did not pump every single time I fed her because I was sleep deprived. I was working on 3 hours sleep. And it was like broken up. I wasn't getting any deep sleep. I was just getting light. So 3 months passed after the nipple guards, the nipple shields, the shells, the lack of sleep, the crying because I was just so tired. I had it down pat. And then it became, I was breastfeeding in my car. Like whenever we had to go places, I was doing it in my car because I was not confident enough to do it out in public. And I'm going to tell you guys what made me comfortable with breastfeeding her in public. Actually, I'll save that for another video. So after I started breastfeeding her in public confidently when she was 3 months. And ever since then, we've just been like smooth sailing. And now she's 1. And it's amazing. And like I said, like I'm so glad that I chose to breastfeed her because it's super easy. I can just like pop out my boob. I don't have to pre-measure water, pre-measure mix. Like, oh, Moana, thank you. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, okay. Mwah. You give Moana love. Go play with Moana, okay? Okay, mommy plays. Oh, mwah. So I realized that breastfeeding has been the complete best thing for her. And I wouldn't have it any other way.